fantastic teacher, and welcome to my channel, where through education we will bridge the gap between teachers, parents, and students. In this video, we will discuss practical ways to build relationships with your students. Let them teach you about their interests. Sometimes spending time with students to allow them to show you something that interests them would help build that relationship. I allow my students to show me the latest dance moves, or I just play a game with them during recess. This sends my students a message that I care about what's important to them. Remember things about their lives. When students share something that they did with their family or a particular moment in their lives, I like to remember this special moment, and this helps build that relationship. Such as their parents' or siblings' birthday. Maybe someone is coming to visit, or the parent will be bringing home the student a new pet. When I show my students I remember something that happens in their life, my students know I am listening and connecting with them. Share about your own life. I love sharing with my students some of my struggles when I were their age. I explain to my students that even though I'm a teacher now, it took hard work and dedication to get where I am today. I show them some tricks I use to help me complete difficult tasks in reading and math, or I just share how I learned a lesson that made me a better person. By doing this, it will help build that relationship with your students. Engage in activities with them. My students love it when I complete an activity with them. This allows me to model for them how to complete an activity correctly, as well as spend more time helping to build that relationship. If we complete an activity together, I usually stop to help them if they get stuck. This stops my students from feeling frustrated. Tell hilarious or even embarrassing stories. I tell my students funny or embarrassing stories at times because I believe it makes me show how human I am. I make mistakes just like anyone else, and I explain to my students that even though I am their teacher, I still like to laugh and have fun, but at the right times. Everything in school doesn't always have to be about taking tests or being serious all the time. Telling these funny stories helps students make connections with their teacher. Share inspirational stories about your life. I share inspirational stories or show videos to keep my students encouraged. When you inspire students, it makes them feel that no matter how hard something is, they can get through it. I share with my students stories of difficult times I got through when I was their age. This encourages students to do their best, and everything will be okay. Do crazy things. Doing crazy things with my students make them laugh, which may get their minds off of problems they may be facing. In my class, we sometimes laugh and joke around, which set a positive tone for my classroom. I may dress up in a funny costume or do something I wouldn't normally do that I know my students will enjoy. Use their interests in your lessons and activities. Using students' interests in your lessons and activities makes the learning experience so much better. In my opinion, I'm the kind of teacher that would use anything if it were to help my students learn. For example, those Pop-It toys that are popular now, I use this toy to help my students add and subtract. They enjoy themselves using it, and they are learning at the same time. Therefore, it's a win for everyone. Apologize when you mess up. When you make a mistake or do something wrong, you should give your students an apology. Doing this sends a message that you are not perfect, and it models for your students what they should do when they make a mistake. Thank you for watching. And please put in the comments a strategy you use to build relationships with your students. Please subscribe and click the like so more teachers can get this content.